Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, Mayor Mitchell, our President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cusack, our Vice President, Dr. Liam Brown, our National Programme Manager for New Frontiers is here as well today, and more importantly, our absolutely dynamic and brilliant entrepreneurs that we are celebrating today. You're all very welcome to the New Frontiers Business Startup Awards 2024. We're delighted to be here in the Ergen, which is a fantastic accelerator building in the heart of Limerick City, and TUS are a stakeholder in this facility and in bringing entrepreneurship and innovation into everybody's lives in the region. So my name is Gillian Barry. I am the Head of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the Technological University of the Shannon. You're all very welcome. Come on. I'm delighted to be here today to share with you the journeys of the entrepreneurs that we've been working with over the last 6 months. Before we start, though, I must comment that our fantastic, incredibly hard-working New Frontiers Programme Manager, Mary Casey, is unable to be with us today for a family emergency, so we wish her all the best with that at the moment. But I think you will see through these entrepreneurs today the incredible hard work and dedication that she brings to making this programme a success. And I know she's not here, but it's on camera, so if we can have a boola boss for Mary Casey, thank you. So we have a very interesting day ahead. I think you all have the schedule, but just to give you a quick rundown is that we're going to hear first from our Mayor, our Vice President of Research, Development and Innovation, and also the National Programme Manager for New Frontiers. And then we're going to start with the pitches. So our fantastic entrepreneurs are ready to share what they've been working on over the last while. And we do say with New Frontiers, it's not just about making money, it's about making meaning. Creating meaningful products and services for our customers that are innovative. And I think you'll get a real sense of that meaning that's driving and motivating the passion behind the businesses that you're going to see here today. So we'll have those pitches. We'll also hear from 3 of our former our alumni New Frontiers group. We're very excited to welcome them here today and very grateful for their time running very busy businesses. And we also then have a growth panel from the agencies and organisations in the region who are supporting businesses and entrepreneurs and their teams to grow and scale their businesses. So that's very exciting. And then we're delighted to welcome our President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cusack, to say a few words and award certificates to the New Frontiers cohort. And of course today as well we also have an awards ceremony. And I suppose over the last 6 months we've really gotten to know these entrepreneurs. We have what's called an advisory and a review panel as part of the New Frontiers programme. And throughout the whole programme, we've been supporting these entrepreneurs and tracking their progress. And at the end of the programme, then we always give some awards. So we have Best Innovation, One to Watch, and Overall Startup of the Year awards. And we'll talk a little bit about those a little later on. And I just want to say thank you so much as well for our sponsors for these awards. The work that they do is incredible. We're delighted to have Homes, who've been a sponsor and supporter of entrepreneurship and innovation in the region since we certainly started all those years ago as a sponsor and a supporter. Bridgewater, as well as the local enterprise office in Limerick, Clare and Tipperary, the region that we support. Limerick Chamber Skill Nets, as well being a supporter, and of course our collaborative partners in UL Nexus, as well as our own at the Hearn Enterprise Acceleration Centre. So lots of people. It takes a community. Absolutely takes a community. And very thank yous, a big thank you as well to Innovate Limerick and the new CEO, although can we say new CEO anymore? I don't know, you're here long enough now. So Dennis Barry as well, no relation, although the Barrys we could take over now, for supporting us here today in this fantastic facility, and I encourage you to have a look around if you've not been here before. So without further ado, I'm going to ask the Mayor to welcome you all here, so please welcome Mayor Mitchell.
Thanks, Gillian. As you said, there's a lot of Barrys taking over. You're following on from Peter Barry from Cork. Barry's tea, I think, isn't it? Yeah. President, President Vincent Grant and President Liam Brown, and all associated with the awards here today, and the sponsors, Harry Felly, I know well, and I know Gillian Slattery, she's a neighbour of mine. So I know quite a few people here today, but the sponsors are very important. And TUS is coming to the fore as well. It's got a lot of awards there lately, been recognised as one of our top universities now, and it's great to have expanded not only in Limerick but all over the centre of Ireland, at Loan, gone into Clare, so it's fabulous. So Limerick to the fore on the up and up. All we need now is Limerick to win the 5 in a row. And maybe we might meet Cork in the final, you'd never know. An tulv Cunan, unha ofrinta Ergen, Anna Moore, Lorogus, Florida, Nulaka. Professor Cunan, Vice President, representatives of Enterprise Ireland, distinguished guests and innovative entrepreneurs. I'm delighted to be here today for the 18th Annual TUS Business Startup Awards. Today we celebrate the ingenuity and determination of the participants of the Enterprise Ireland New Frontiers programme, hosted by TUS Midwest at the Hearn Enterprise Acceleration Centre in collaboration with UL Nexus. We show our appreciation for the visionaries who have embarked on the journey of entrepreneurship, paving the way for innovation in our region. This event shines a spotlight on the founders and teams who have recently completed the New Frontiers programme, a platform designed to accelerate early stage, high potential startups and growth companies. Their dedication and resilience inspire us all. Joining us are distinguished panels featuring innovative founders and alumni who are making waves across various sectors, as well as experts offering invaluable insights into funding and support mechanisms for burgeoning startups and scaling companies. But beyond the accolades and discussions, tonight presents a remarkable, this morning presents a remarkable opportunity for networking and collaboration. We are honoured to have representatives from Enterprise Ireland, local enterprise offices in the Midwest, Ixis BIC, formerly Cork BIC, Innovate Limerick, NDRC, investors, fellow entrepreneurs and business leaders, all united in our mission to champion and nurture innovative startups. This year's awards encapsulates the vibrancy of our startup ecosystem, which with ventures boasting local to global potential. Congratulations to the TUS team and the supporting teams at Enterprise Ireland and the Leos in Limerick, Clare and Tipperary. I want to say a special thanks to Paula Carroll, the National Programme Manager of the Enterprise Ireland New Frontiers Programme, and Mary Casey, who is the Programme Manager of the TUS Midwest New Frontiers Programme. We also acknowledge the entrepreneurs in residence, Dick Meany and John McNamara and Petra John Hartnett. Let me take this opportunity to send congratulations to John Hartnett and SVG Ventures /Thrive for being honoured with the prestigious Science Foundation Ireland St. Patrick's Day Science Medal for Industry in the US. And finally, most importantly, congratulations to the 11 New Frontiers participants here this morning. 1 Margaret Power, 2 James Drew, 3 Lindsay Moynagh, 4 Thomas Cusack, 5 Cleidi Hearn, 6 Adem Ergen, 7 Keith Crehan, 8 Aisling Walsh, 9 Ixis Santos, 10 Brian Sheahan and 11 Fiona Healy. The 18th year of the TUS Business Startup Awards reaffirms our collective commitment to fostering entrepreneurship and innovation. Working together, we have the way for a future filled with endless possibilities, and I'd like to congratulate you all, not only all those involved in these awards and all who are involved in arranging it, the management and all here this morning with Enterprise, but also the participant. And I'd like to say to all the participants, you're all winners when you participate, but I'd particularly like to congratulate the winners here this morning and TUS for sponsoring and the other people involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Mitchell. I'd now like to welcome our Vice President of Research, Development and Innovation, Dr. Liam Brown, to say a few words.
Thank you, Gillian, and good afternoon, Mayor, President, Professor Vincent Cunan, Paula Carroll, New Frontiers Programme Manager, and all of you for taking time out to be here at this afternoon's, or this morning/this afternoon's event. It's really great to be here. I think 18 years is what the Mayor mentioned as to how long we have been running startup programs, New Frontiers and its previous guises. And I think Paula will talk more about New Frontiers, but it's important to recognise that it is a pipeline for startups that are supported by the HEI sector, in particular the old IoTs and now the technological universities. So in terms of, it's a great program. I mean, as you know, I'm ex-Enterprise Ireland, and I would have been very familiar with the New Frontiers program, both at that time and this time, and it's an absolute pleasure. And I think to be here in this region, it's not just our talented entrepreneurs that we're celebrating, but it's the support that comes, both from EI, but also from the wider community. I think that a lot of people have been thanked and mentioned already, and I think it's important that I continue, that I also do that. And I do need to name check a number of people that some have been named already. I think that our panelists and advisory board members put a lot of time, effort and energy into making sure that the businesses that are both selected and go through the New Frontiers program get the due diligence and the attention that they deserve. And that involves reviewing business plans and then doing lots of involved interview type sessions, both group and one-to-one. So really, I think Gillian Slattery from Enterprise Ireland, who has also already been mentioned, Helen Ryan, Shane Kramer and Finbert Toohey from the local enterprise offices, and Aidan O'Driscoll from Ixis BIC and Iris Investments, and Dick Meany, our entrepreneur in residence in the heart of the centre. Your expertise and support are invaluable to the success and the journey of those entrepreneurs. We also have other entrepreneurs in residence. Some were mentioned, right? So John McNamara, but also Tom Brennan and Pat McGrath in our Tipperary enterprise centres, Questum and TCC in Thurles. John Hartnett was mentioned as our patron of the Hartnett Centre, and a great achievement. On St. Patrick's Day, he was awarded the Industry SFI Medal, so we were delighted to see that. So congratulations to John. Mary has been mentioned, and I think our heart is with her. It's tough; she can't be here today. Her family emergency. She's in with her mum in hospital, and we wish her well. So please, I know we've done already. Can we do another Bulla Boss for Mary and the effort that she manages the New Frontiers program tirelessly. Now, I'd also like to thank, because she often doesn't get thanked, right, and she should. Gillian Barry is our Head of Innovation and Enterprise at TUS. So I'd really like to thank Gillian, but also the team who are also here, Nadia, Maria and Derek. So please, I would like to if you could also put your hands together for the support team. Because they're not here, we won't do the Bull Boss, but I do need to mention them. So the Midlands team of Michael, Siobhan, Nick and Dick. So, but because we are TUS Midlands Midwest, we have a New Frontiers program that runs in the Midlands. Again, a good cohort of companies coming through there. But here today, I would also particularly like to come back to why we're here. We have 11 entrepreneurs. They are brave individuals who have taken time out to go and do their startups, right? That's taken, and the program, you know, so please, your journey, I suppose it shows resilience, innovation, and those are essential in today's business landscape. And really, you are at the heart of this event today, and your ventures represent the bright future of entrepreneurship in Ireland. So please, for our New Frontiers participants. Gillian, the sponsors have been thanked, so I'll just move. Holmes, Bridgewater, the 3 Leos in the region, Limerick, Clare and Tipperary. You've mentioned Dennis Barry, CEO of Innovate Limerick. We're delighted to partner with Innovate Limerick, and we'd like to continue to support and to be part of that ecosystem. We're delighted. I'd also like to mention some of the other initiatives that are happening in TUS. We have been recently awarded funding from the HEA under the TU Rise initiative, what we call TUS Rise. That is on top of some further supports from Enterprise Ireland. We have a new technology gateway called Smarter Factory. 4th of April is a date for diaries. If anybody is, it will see the launch of that technology gateway. It's going to be on in the Radisson Hotel on the 4th of April. And again, the supports that we have for the Midwest, for the region and beyond. So, but look, back to today, let's continue to celebrate our entrepreneurial journey, recognising the hard work, the dedication and innovation that each of you brings to the community. Thank you for your work, your commitment, your contributions, and to a brighter, more innovative future. Thank you. So I'd like to call on Paula Carroll next to say a couple of words to address you, please. Thank you, Paula.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mayor, President, Vice President. It's actually really great to see the support that the programme has, and it's great to see both the President and the Vice President taking the time out of a very busy schedule to join us here. I'd like to thank, or I suppose to congratulate the participants, the alumni, but I'd also like to say something about the families that are here today, because you've gone through this journey along, and you've another long journey ahead of you. So I would like to do a round of applause for the families of the entrepreneurs. As Liam said, New Frontiers is a really important part of Enterprise Ireland's regional strategy, because it's managed and run over 18 locations in Ireland. And the idea is that no matter where you live, if you have that innovative business idea burning in the back of your head, that you have a programme nearby that you can actually go through the phases of the programme and develop that business. And the programme has become, particularly in the last couple of years, a really strong pipeline, as Liam said, both to our own HPSU, High Potential Startup Division, but also to the local enterprise offices. And that's been borne out by a new fund that we launched last year, the Pre-Seed Start Fund. And since that's been launched, over nearly 45% of the people that have got the award or the grant have come from New Frontiers. So people are really starting to kind of stand up and say, these are the future entrepreneurs. So it's really, really important to us. You're starting on a journey today. What I would say is there's lots of different paths to success. Some of you may become Enterprise Ireland clients. I absolutely hope you will. But also there'll be many of you that will build very successful businesses with the support of the other agencies, particularly the local enterprise office. And I would also like to say at this stage how lucky the Irish entrepreneurs are because of that support. So you've got the local enterprise office, you've got the BICs as well, you've got the accelerators, NDRC, who will bring you further on the journey. So you have a lot of support there, which is really important. So to the graduates, just a few things. There's no such thing as overnight success. As we had somebody speaking at one of the other events, and he said it's taken me 20 years to get to this stage. Hopefully it won't take you 20 years, but it can take time. So with perseverance, with a little bit of luck, and obviously with hard work, you will get there. Keep in contact with each other, because you've probably found that you've supported each other in the last 6 months. And many of the people say, oh, what's going to happen after the end of phase 2? Am I going to be on my own? Make sure you're not on your own. Make sure that you reach out to each other and continue to support each other. Network. It's so, so important. Pick the events that you need to go to, that you're going to meet potential customers, potential funders. It's really, really important to get yourself out there. No one is going to tell your story as well as you do. So make sure that you do get out there. Start talking to investors, even if you're not ready. Have conversations with them. And so when you are ready to get investment, that you know and you've built a network. I would ask you not to forget New Frontiers when you all become rich and famous. Do connect with me on LinkedIn. We have our own LinkedIn page, we have Twitter, or should I say X. But please let me know when you have successes, no matter how small they are, and we will share them, and I will share them with the EI social network as well. So really do let us know, and tell people about the programme, because you are the ambassadors. You're the ones that are going to encourage other people to come out or to come on the programme after you. So I would really ask you to do that. A few thanks again, Mary. I'm so upset that she's not here. Mary keeps me on my toes. If there's anything that she can possibly drag out of Enterprise Ireland, she will drag it out. So she has worked incredibly hard. So I'm really, really sad that she's not here. Also, Gillian and Nadia, who do a lot of the work behind the scenes. Also the team in Athlone as well, Nick and Dick. And also Gillian Slattery, who is here as well. Gillian is our regional person on the ground. Thank you for all the support that you have given the programme over the years. And also the facilitators, the mentors, all of those people who will continue to support you in your journey. But just for now, I really do wish every single one of you the best of luck. You have a long journey ahead, but an exciting journey. So I wish you every success. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just check now and see if this is okay. Yeah. So the next part of today is, of course, the startup pitches. So many of you are here today to hear from the entrepreneurs themselves. And just before quickly I start, just a reminder, thank you again to our sponsors. So we have 3 awards that are going to be presented today. But the pitches that you hear today are part of, I suppose, what the judges for this awards competition part of it have been working with for the last 6 months. So you're getting a 3-minute pitch, but really, actually, there's a ton of work that have gone on behind the scenes. And if you are interested to learn more about these entrepreneurs after the 3-minute pitch, you will see in your booklet, or come up to them afterwards and connect. Or if in 6 months' time you decide you want to connect, you can reach back out to us and we'll make sure that you're connected. So that's really important. So thank you to our sponsors again, Homes O'Malley Sexton, Bridgewater, and also the Skillnets and the local enterprise offices in Limerick, Clare and Tipperary for these fantastic prizes. So they're hugely valuable for the entrepreneurs that we work with. So to keep us on time, I'm going to first welcome our first entrepreneur. She's going to introduce herself and go through her business. So here we go. I'm sorry, there's our sponsors as well. Okay, Aisling.
Hi everyone, my name is Aisling Walsh. 485,000 children in Ireland were left without a teacher in 2022. That same year, 87% of Irish primary schools struggled to find substitute teachers when needed. Despite nearly 17,000 individuals available to fill these roles, the absence of an effective system hinders the connection between schools and potential substitutes. The inefficiencies in securing substitute teachers present major challenges for primary school principals, as highlighted in recent articles by the Irish Independent. Principals often depend on phone calls and WhatsApp groups, processes that can take up to an hour and a half per day just to arrange one substitute. This reliance not only proves inefficient, but also incurs a significant cost amounting to €30,000 of wasted resources per school annually. This significant drain on both time and finances underscores the compelling business case for schools to adopt Subconnect, offering a streamlined, cost-effective solution to this widespread issue. Introducing our solution. Following an extensive period of research where we spoke to principals and substitute teachers, we are excited to announce the completion of our design phase for a comprehensive platform tailored to school principals' needs, unmatched in the current market. The total number of teacher absent days in Ireland in 2018 was around 740,000. This means that on average approximately 4,000 subs were needed per day in Irish primary schools. There are over 17,000 individuals available to provide substitute cover. There are over 3,000 primary schools in Ireland and over 700 secondary schools. Our goal for 2025 is to expand to Scotland due to its similar educational structure to Ireland and then progress on to mainland UK. Within 3 years, we plan to have a localised version of the platform serving many European markets. Our competitors, like Subseeker, lack comprehensive features and users' satisfaction, leading many to abandon the platform as it is unfit for current market needs due to its poor user experience and small community of users. As a result, 90% of schools resort to WhatsApp groups for substitute hiring. Despite its popularity, this method is inefficient and unprofessional, as it is a social media platform and not designed for professional hiring. Subseeker's usage is confined to just 10% of Irish primary schools. Our revenue comes from a tiered subscription model scaled by school size for affordability and fairness. Subconnect's initial focus will be on directly engaging with large primary schools located in Ireland's major cities. As the founder, I bring crucial educational sector experience, being a former primary school teacher. Our team also includes experts like Dr. Briga Hines and Ciara Herity from Square Root Solutions. Thank you for your attention. As highlighted throughout this presentation, we are at an exciting stage of commencing development on Subconnect. We're now seeking a tech co-founder who shares our vision and who can help us make a significant impact in the education sector. Thank you.
So now we have Brian.
How you all doing? I'm delighted to be here today to tell you about my business, Flair Football. 3/4 of children spend less time outdoors than prison inmates. And that is a major issue, as inactive children are at an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and poor mental health, which is the #1 concern for parents in the modern era. Our solution is Flair Football, where we will gamify the outdoor football goals. We will create a multi-sensory experience which will keep the child active and engaged for prolonged periods. It can be used by the child to improve their sporting skills, or also as a unique bonding experience for the whole family. Competitors such as Networld Sports, A-Champs and Football Flick have become successful offering basic training products. But when you consider our key features and benefits, such as technology infusion, multi-sensory engagement, family-centric play, longevity of play, and multi-sport versatility, I believe we are superior to that competition. In terms of the market opportunity, there are approximately 32 million children aged 5 to 12 in the US and Europe who actively participate in team sports. Of that cohort, there are 90 million children that come from ABC1 households. That is middle to high income households who can well afford our price point. In our 5th year of trading, we will sell 25,000 units to these households, delivering a turnover of 9.2 million euros. And the obvious key question is, how are we going to sell to those households? Well, my background, my experience for the last 10 years has been in marketing and online sales. And as a result, our primary sales channel will be our online store. We will create captivating digital video, we will have an engaged online community, and we will work with sports influencers to increase our brand credibility. We will also partner with local sport clubs. That will deliver impactful product exposure to children and parents. And also we aim for getting endorsement from coaches, which will help our online sales further. And we also want to partner with retail, where we will leverage our online brand recognition, we will deliver compelling packaging, and we will ensure healthy margins so it's mutually beneficial for both parties. And behind this execution is a strong and experienced team. My role as CEO will be focused on marketing, sales, and product development. My sister Lillian, who is ex-Accenture, is our Chief Operating Officer. And OneBill.ie has 35 years experience, and he is our financial advisor. In years 2 and 3, we will hire for roles across sales, marketing, and customer service. And when we speak about our advisory board, my mother, who is here today, often says, "You're better to be born lucky than rich." And I was extremely lucky with the mentor that I was given as part of this program. His name is Maurice O'Connell, and he, along with the brilliant team at Irish Manufacturing Research, are helping us bring in a high-quality product to market. Tim Costello is a manufacturer entrepreneur from my hometown in Limerick, and he's advising us on distribution and logistics. And finally, Roy Collins is the International Programme Manager at Everton Football Club. And he really believes in our mission, and he's advising us on our sport club partnership strategy. We will launch the product in Q1 next year, and we kindly ask you to visit our website, flairfootball.com, and sign up to our waitlist. Our mission is to empower a healthy, active, fun-filled lifestyle for families and communities around the globe, and we would love for you to be part of our journey. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Brian. Next we have Adem.
Bills, utilities, gas, electricity, meter readings, smart meters, contracts, end dates. It's all getting very complicated. 86% of consumers hate dealing with their bills. Irish people are losing over 3.2 billion euros a year across their utilities, and energy costs have increased by over 230%. Utilities are expensive, confusing, and unpredictable. And switching is time-consuming, complex, and never-ending. No sooner have you switched, and a new deal just seems to pop up. My name's Adem, and that's why I created OneBill. OneBill is an all-in-one utility management platform. We provide one bill, one payment, and one login for all of your utilities. We automatically switch for you, so you don't have to. So how does it work? You sign up at OneBill.ie, and we take it from there. Using a letter of authority, we approach all of the utility providers that you're currently with, and we take a snapshot of your current data profile. We build that into an algorithm that tracks the market data every single day. We read the market every single day, and we look to match you with the best tariff to suit your particular needs. So if you have solar panels, an electric car, and a smart meter, then that's the type of tariff that you should be on. And we make sure that happens for you automatically. As an independent utility agent, we're completely supplier agnostic. So we do not take a commission from our suppliers, but you, the consumer, pay us to do a good job for you. Using AI and machine learning, we take this information and we actively progress you through switching deals automatically. We match you to the best tariff, and ultimately, we continue to save you money non-stop. So how do we make our money? On a subscription plan. 10, 15, or 25 euros per month, and this is determined by the amount of utilities we manage for you and the amount of people in your home splitting the bills with you. Most people will save an average of 12 to 1,400 euros a year using our service, costing only 10 euros a month. The managed services market across the UK and Ireland is a massive 120 billion. A bottom-up calculation of our market just for gas, electricity and broadband is around 550 million and is set to go 10 times that by 2028. I'd like to give you an idea about where we're going to go as a business and what our roadmap looks like. Currently, we're working on a B2C model, which will transition into a B2B2C model, allowing partners and estate agents to utilize our software to sell to their own clients. We'll then move that forward to a renewable energy platform, where we'll help use data and real information to leverage renewable insights to justify people making the switch from traditional gas, electricity and utilities to renewable ones. We'll partner with the fintech, and we'll be able to offer customers finance and real impactful financial decisions to help them make the switch. And then we'll move to the UK market. So how did we get here? We started selling B2B customers, and doing that we earned around 24,000 euros in our first year, which was great. But we found out there was a problem. Consumers and businesses didn't trust suppliers, and they didn't trust their brokers. So we threw that model away and we started from scratch. We joined up with New Frontiers and Enterprise Ireland, and we've been approved for the PSSF, and now we're on our fundraising mission of 1.1 million, and we're ready to launch in Ireland. I'm Adem, and I'm the CEO, and I have a background in energy and utilities. I've worked for merchant services and telco, and Safia is our CTO. We've got industry leaders as our advisors, like Alan Coleman from Brightbill and Gemma Pyden, who is an investor and advisor to us. Thank you for listening, and I'd like to invite you to now sign up at OneBill.ie.
Okay, ask Fiona to join us.
Hi, my name is Fiona Healy and I'm the founder of Avatar Fashion. We are a sizing and styling solution for the ladies' luxury e-commerce fashion market. We help websites reduce their returns by helping their customers find the correct size and style for them when shopping online. Online retailers lost over $101 billion in revenue in the US alone last year. Why? Because up to 43% of us return the goods we buy online. This is caused due to a lack of a standardized sizing, and consequently, many struggle to visualize how an outfit will look on them. From our research, we found that up to 55% of respondents will not purchase if they are unsure of their size. Our solution, from the screens behind me, you can see where we sit on the website. We ask the user to input their dimensions, and our platform intuitively matches them to the correct size. We can even predict alternative styles based on their individual body shape. Each time a user engages with our application, we charge the website 42 cents per page views. The global e-commerce market is valued at $820 billion, and the area that we've chosen to focus on initially is the UAE, due to its high concentration of high net worth individuals that transact online. And as of today, I'm delighted to announce we have 2 new trial retailers and an expression of interest from one of the largest retailers in the UAE with an annual turnover of over $2.2 billion. And operating across 33 websites. Our competitive landscape. There are a number of players in the marketplace, and I will draw your attention to our biggest competitor, TrueFit. We are uniquely different from them in that we do not require our customers' previous purchasing patterns in order to accurately predict sizing. Our team. I'm the founder, I have a background in fashion, Ergen is the head of technology, and Ken is our strategy and technology advisor. Just to give you an idea of our journey to date, as you can see, we have just secured our 2 trial customers, and our next biggest milestone will be the launch of our MVP in September this year. Our ask, as you saw, we're launching our prototype in September this year, and I would like to have our technical capabilities in-house at that stage, so we're seeking a CTO. Thank you.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now James, thank you. Thanks.
Hi, how are things? My name is James Drew, and my company is Drew Aerospace, and we're trying to solve the space part of space research for third-level research institutes. So, satellites, what are they? Well, if any of you have used Google Maps to get here today, you've used at least 3 different types of satellites. First of all, you use communication satellites for data. You use navigation satellites, probably for your GPS and location. And then you used Earth observation satellites for those top-down photo views that you see a lot of the time. And even though these satellites do wildly different jobs, they share an awful lot in common with each other. So we can see some of the commonalities. First of all, we have a chassis, just a bit to hold everything together. We've got solar panels, we've got an onboard computer, communications, navigation, power, etc. If you want to build one of these things, and it's big, you can buy this stuff off the shelf. That's not a bother. But what happens if you're a small university and you want to build something small? Let's say this size. You can't buy that off the shelf. And our solution to that is basically a modular, tiny satellite system. So you can see on the left-hand side, we have a single board. So this could be your computer, your radio, your power system. We take any selection of them that you want, click them together, kind of like Lego. Add in your own custom boards if you have a custom mission profile that you want to do. Ship it into the box and then send it off to be launched. And so what's the market for these tiny satellites actually look like? Because I think that's why everyone's here. So first of all, the satellite hardware business is $26 billion, and that's only hardware, not software, not launch services, not anything else associated with them. Small satellites make up around $3 billion of that. And that's come from 0 to 3 billion in the past 10 years. And it's expected to grow to around 10 billion within the next 5 to 6 years. Of that, we reckon we should be in a good position to catch around 5 to 6 million within the first 3 years of starting business. Quarter of them are currently based in the EU of all launches, and half of them in the US. Our initial target market is obviously going to be Europe because we share the same regulatory environment. Of all these launches, the university sector makes up 33% of them, so it's a massive part of the entire launch industry for satellites. And I guess the core bit then, like, why us? Well, first of all, form factor. So our one is this size, it's 5 by 5 centimeters, so just slightly bigger than a Rubik's Cube. There's another company in Scotland called Alba Orbital that make them. Their one's 3 times the size of this. And then there's a company in Bulgaria called Endurosat, and their one's 8 times the size. And they're kind of the industry leaders in small satellites at the moment. The other core differentiators are our system's modular. So you don't have to buy everything. You can pick the bits you want, leave out the bits you don't want. We're designed for scale, which is a massive one. So if you want to do projects involving 100 satellites or 1,000 satellites, that's actually now possible. And we're ITARS free, so we don't fall under US export control laws, so you don't have to go to the US every time you want to do something. Our roadmap for the next few years, at the moment, products, partnerships, and case studies. 2025, enter the market, and we should be able to sell full satellite systems. 2026, prepare for the US, and then 2027, enter the US market. And then the team itself, because this is the important bit that kind of makes it all work. There's myself up the top. One particular mention is Frank Doyle from TUS. He's part of the IDEM cluster, and he's been significant in helping out with all stages of manufacturing and navigating the university process. My EI mentor, Niall McGurr, has been instrumental as well. He comes from Curtiss-Wright and Acra Control, and they sold systems to SpaceX. And then John O'Donoghue from OneBill.ie, who's been helping me navigate through the actual space systems part of things and some of the manufacturing. And then you can see we have a big team, mostly contractors at the moment, and mostly focused towards engineering, but moving towards sales and marketing as we go on. Yeah, so that's it. If you're interested in more, just reach out, get in contact. Thanks very much.
Now, from space to machine learning, Cleidi?
I hope you can see me because I'm not very tall, but you know, I'll try. So hello everyone, I'm Cleidi Hearn. I'm co-founder and CEO of ML Skills Academy. And I'm here today to talk about a big challenge that companies are facing. The overwhelming amount of data that they have to deal with. This data overload is costing companies an average of $12.9 million annually. And without machine learning, companies often face inefficiencies, high operational costs, and they also are more vulnerable to fraud. Machine learning is a powerful technology that can help us make sense of vast amounts of data and also drive smarter decision-making. However, there is a problem because there is a critical lack of ML skills in the market today. Our own research with over 100 software developers across Europe confirmed this gap. Well, to address this challenge, we have developed ML Skills Academy, which is a hands-on upskilling platform developed specifically for software developers. So why choose ML Skills Academy? Well, firstly, we fast-track skill acquisition. That means we enable developers to acquire machine learning skills in just 12 weeks. Secondly, we also focus on hands-on and practical learning, which gives the software developers real-life and real-world experience. And finally, we offer access to large mock data sets and also a sandbox environment, which allows them to experiment and build their own machine learning tools. But we're not just solving a problem. We actually tap into a massive market opportunity. With an European market valued at $15 billion, there is a massive amount of growth. And we have already taken the first steps towards generating revenue. Since the start of our New Frontiers journey, we have completed our market research, we have also developed our MVP, and we have secured our first pilot with Waterford-based company VoxGig. Our next steps include acquiring our first 10 customers and expanding to UK and Germany. We have brought together a very committed team that it's here today. All my team is here. Thank you, everyone. And together with my co-founder, Nikita Venkatesh, we combine a very strong background in e-learning development and machine learning skills. Alongside our ML engineers, Ashish and Shraddha, and our advisory board, we are ready to drive ML Skills Academy forward. Well, but to reach our ambitious goals, we'll need fundraising. So we'll start fundraising the next quarter. So if you'd like to know more, please get in touch. With your support, we can train more developers. We can help companies to leverage data more effectively and ultimately reshape the future of machine learning. Thank you.
So that's the first group of our startup pitches. So congratulations to everybody. So this is I suppose an insight into the first group and after the first 6 months on New Frontiers. And I'm delighted to welcome. Actually, we've got 3 of our New Frontiers alumni here as well today. So Shane, Edel, and Mark, if I can ask you to pop up here and join me on the stage, and we'll have a chat. Yeah, for a few minutes. So I might give it Is this on? It is, yeah. Yeah, well done. Okay. So first of all, thank you so much for coming and joining us here today, and I guess it brings back some memories for you as well. So to just get us going, I suppose maybe we'll do a little round robin. So if you can introduce yourselves, maybe we'll start with yourself, Edel, and just let everybody know about your business and how you're getting on.
Yeah, so my name is Edel Breslin and my business is OirTonics. I completed New Frontiers Phase 1 back in 2022 and completed Phase 2 then in 2023, so finished up in March last year. The programme was absolutely massive for me, especially the big focus was to test our products, which are wellness products that incorporate the native Irish seaweed carrageen moss, and our flagship product is Moss Boss Tonic, which is now stocked in over 130 pharmacies and health food stores nationwide. So we worked with Sheahan ABC to figure out our shelf life and our nutritional analysis, and that was incredible to have a team that was used to dealing with all these lab results, because my own background is in hospitality, so it was amazing to have that. And there's still an extension of our team for new product development and for testing as well. So yeah, it's great to be here today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talk a little bit more about that shortly. Shane, maybe we go to you next, if you can let everybody know what's your business and if you remember what year you finished New Frontiers at as well, and just maybe where you're at now.
My name is Shane Ryan. I am the founder of Fiid. We are a plant-based food company with a mission to make your midweek meals much more exciting. I was actually on Mark's cohort. We think it's 7 years ago. We don't look like it was that long ago. And where my business is at, I suppose I entered New Frontiers all those years ago with a different concept, and ended up pivoting probably a year post-program. Where we're at this moment in time is we're in all retail across Ireland, so we're primarily a grocery product. You'll find us in Tesco, SuperValu, Dunnes, Centra, Spar, and then in about 1,500 stores in the UK as well. And the program itself, I suppose, as a more creative entrepreneur, I tend to be a little bit distractible, and so the program gave me the structure to really build out that more strategic roadmap of where I wanted the business to go, and I'm still at it. So
we'll chat a bit more shortly now. And Mark, if you can just let everybody know your company and just a little bit of detail about where you're at.
Hello everyone. My name is Mark Cochrane. Good to see some lot of familiar faces here. All right, lads. And I just want to say, actually, those 5 or 6 presentations were brilliant. I was really impressed with that. Really good. So I just want to say thanks, and definitely want to speak to a couple of you after that. Well, all of you actually. That was really, really I thought that I totally believe in all of them, actually. Brilliant. So I wish you all the best of luck. And I look forward to the next 6 as well. I'm sure it'll be equally brilliant. So anyway, my company's called Traplan Software. As Shane said here, we think it was 7 years ago. Well, you said it was 6, I think it's 7. And yeah, look, the new frontiers, for me, it was, one of the main things was a sense of community, being amongst other people. So particularly at the beginning, to be with like-minded people, be with Gillian and Mary and all the mentors and all that, and that was really good for the heart and the soul. Never mind learning stuff as well. And the sessions, you always got something out of each of the sessions that we were on, whether it was marketing or accountancy. Like Richie there's at the back there. He used to teach the financial parties. He's now my accountant, Richard Lenham. Highly recommend him.
Yeah.
Aroundfinance.ie. There you go.
Yeah, there
he owes me 50 quid now. So the sessions were all very good, and it was just kind of a heartwarming experience, you know.
And actually,
I'm sorry, my software, by the way, it's facilities management software. So for people that look after buildings like this one, like LIT as it was, TUS now. In fact, one of my first clients was TUS in Limerick. Still are. Been haggling over the annual subscription. So I kind of compromised a little bit, we both did. And we've got TUS Athlone, we've got the Royal College of Surgeons in Dublin, we've got Guinness Storehouse, which is great, and we've got a lot of clients in the UK and France and stuff like that. We were acquired 3 years ago by a French company. Right.
Yep, thank you. And we'll because actually maybe I'll stick with you, Mark, for a second, because you've mentioned it now. So one of the things with startups and entrepreneurs is they look at, I'm going to grow my company, and it's always a question, or especially for investors in that, is do you want to exit? How are you planning on paying us back our money? Or as you as an entrepreneur, if you want to grow, an opportunity is to partner, collaborate, or be acquired by another company. Maybe can you briefly talk to us about your reason behind the acquisition, and if you can, any little insights at all going from that initial contact to somebody say, hey, I want to buy your company, to you kind of then making that decision?
Well, basically, I'd had enough and I just want the money and get out.
That's the right answer, I suppose.
Well, no, that's not strictly true, actually. Yeah. It's partly true. But I think I was never actually looking for to sell it. I wasn't actively going around looking for someone to buy it. In the same way, I wasn't actively looking around for investors either. But I just sort of felt confident that things would happen. And sure enough, every year or two, someone would sort of surface and showed an interest in buying the company. So I just knew just keep doing what I was doing the right things, and things would just happen naturally. But I think I knew that after maybe 6, 7, 8 years that, to really grow the company, and from a sales perspective, I wasn't going to be able to do that on my own or with the small team I had. So anyway, this French software company knocked on my door a couple of times, and the first time they did, they were a bit kind of weird the way they went about it, and I didn't even know what they wanted. In fact, they were kind of a competitor, so I told them to get lost. And but then they did eventually offer me something, and it was a reasonable amount of money, but it wasn't enough for all the work that I've put into it. And as Shane would know, and you guys would know how hard it is. So I waited another year or two, and then luckily we had a very good year, and we won a couple of really big clients, and it sort of doubled our subscription revenue. So I went back to them and I said, look, by the way, our annual revenue's doubled, and so then they increased the offer then. So and then and I was kind of lucky because I like France a lot. I speak French a bit, and so it was actually a very, very good fit between us. And they're now starting to sell the software in France. So they've got 20 French clients now. In fact, we're talking to the city of Paris at the moment, so that could be big in Paris soon. So
very good.
That's kind of confidential, but I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, so anyway, yeah.
So thanks, and actually, growing a company is a challenge, and I think, like Shane, you did a very candid piece recently in the Irish Independent, I think it was, about the challenges of growing such incredible amount of stores that you're in all over Ireland and the UK, and I suppose that's a real reflection and on the customer demand for your product, which is great to have, but then it comes with the challenges of fulfilling that and getting it out. Maybe reflecting on some of those challenges you talked about and share some insights today on how you can overcome those.
I don't think we have enough time to go through all of those challenges. I suppose my motivation for doing that piece with Ireland Independent, and I suppose giving a little bit more of a transparent perspective on LinkedIn, et cetera, is because I don't need to preach at this crowd, but entrepreneurship is really, really, really hard. And I think unless you've done it, you'll never know the commitment, the sacrifice that's required to actually execute and build a business from nothing. My business is a consumer brand. You have to convince so many different stakeholders and you have to have so many people on your side for it to be successful. It's also incredibly expensive. And I also am really good at making mistakes. And so I made every single mistake in the book, but I learned from them, which is fantastic. And I think my motivation for speaking out on the realities of entrepreneurship is because oftentimes when we're hearing stories of success, it is just about the success and it doesn't really shine a light on how hard it is. And I think that can be a very lonely place for an entrepreneur. So what I wanted to do was for someone that was in that trough of sorrow or a place where they feel like they're getting knockback after knockback, is just say that you're not on your own and it's all part of it. And the most important thing is to get back out there and keep fighting and remember why you're doing it, because it is incredibly rewarding, but also incredibly challenging. I think that's just important to say and important for everyone to remember that what you're going through, if it is challenging, it's not an isolated thing. You're just going through what all the rest of us have to deal with as well.
And like say, in those challenging moments, like what, I suppose everybody will have their thing, but what kind of works for you that you've learned, I suppose, because you develop your toolkit through that kind of adversity. You know, you don't always know day one what to do, but having come through it and where you are now, have you any kind of insights or tips for the guys here today?
I think that a big thing for me has been reframing the challenges a little bit and kind of reminding myself how lucky I am to be building something that was just an idea, to be working with people that I absolutely love, that I'm constantly inspired by, to have the flexibility that I have to remind myself I do have in my life. And we're really lucky to be in this game. It is really, really hard, but by reframing it in that way, I think it becomes easier. And you can keep fighting. So that's been a big thing for me.
Yeah, and it sounds simple, but I think it's an absolutely brilliant tip, actually, is to reframe those challenges and you will be able to tackle them. Edel, congratulations. This time last year, we were only saying upstairs a while ago, you were here pitching your business, and now here you are in 130 stores around the country and growing. It's been a fantastic year for you. Maybe some reflections on what this year has been like.
Yeah, I suppose this time last year it was we had launched, but it was a different situation we were in. We were actually going through some technical difficulties in our production as well. I was only thinking of it coming over here. I was like, because we manufacture the product ourselves, the week can go any way for us. But I mean, we're really lucky now. We work with 2 distributors, so they look after the majority of the stores for us. So it allows me and my team of 2 others, and it's going to be 3 soon. We can focus on the production and then also looking after our customers as well. That's a massive part of what I do, and what I'm really keen on doing is getting out, meeting the customers. The market we're operating in is very busy and there's always new products coming in. It's very competitive, so for us flavour is a big thing, so getting out there and doing tastings and spending time with staff and telling them our story, I think has really helped us, and it's probably what's made the last year a little bit easier, that people can relate to the brand and we build a story online. And I think maybe we're lucky that I have a background in food, and so I've a lot of connections in different areas that has made it easier, but the support that's out there in Ireland is also massive, and you can even see it here today that people are always willing to help and just kind of share what you're going through and listen to people. But if you listen to everyone, you'll drive yourself mad. So that's something I've learned as well, is to just listen and then come away yourself and see how something sits with you when you're kind of faced with a decision. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year, but it's been good. Yeah,
our time is actually nearly up already. I can't believe it. What I would say is, even looking at that journey, like the importance of that kind of customer relationship, talking to people. We often talk about digital strategies and that, but it's so important to be connected with your customers, isn't it? And as you said, go out and meet them and build those relationships so you can grow, which is testament to how you've grown your businesses from a retail perspective. And of course, Mark, with your charisma, getting all of those customers all over the place. I'm joking. Just, I suppose, as we wrap up this panel, because I appreciate it is quite short, and we could definitely get you all back for a startup grind. I think we could have a really good conversation for a longer conversation. But just to the aspiring entrepreneurs here today, is there any piece of advice you'd like to leave them with based on your experience to date?
Well, my favourite motto is very simple. It's just keep doing the right things. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, very good. You should have told Shane.
Nothing. Trust your instincts. Keep doing the right things, and whatever that is, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, well done. Thanks, Mark. What about Shane or Edel? Do you have any further tips?
Strong start. So I suppose being patient as well. I'm always very anxious to get on to the next thing and to be seeing what's happening next, but I suppose to be patient that things will happen. Like Mark said, just keep doing the right thing and it should work out. It's meant to. Yeah.
And you've already given us a fantastic nugget about reframing the problem, which I think is incredibly important. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I would just say don't be afraid of making the mistakes. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, actually, when I started my first business. And I love making mistakes. I think if you're going to fail forward and make it count.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thank you very much to our panel. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to the next group of... we'll just move these chairs out of the way as well. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Lindsay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lindsay Moynagh, and I am the CEO of Wendor. It is reported that couples spend over 520 hours planning their wedding, while wedding vendors are only converting between 10 and 15% of the leads that they generate through some of the platforms you'll see behind me here. A lack of transparency, particularly around availability and pricing, is resulting in unqualified lead inquiries and, more annoyingly, an endless back and forth communication process for both the couple and the wedding supplier. As a wedding planner myself, I've seen firsthand how my clients' behaviours, particularly around technology, have evolved over the last 10 years, but how the majority of the wedding vendors that I've worked with have not. Many are still using antiquated booking practices and outdated payment solutions that are becoming increasingly unfamiliar to the couples of today. And while they want to keep up, they just don't know how. In fact, of the over 200 wedding vendors that I spoke with, more than 80% of them said that they were overwhelmed with the administrative burden placed on their business. And that is why I have built Wendor. You can think of us as the Airbnb, but for wedding suppliers. Our platform gives vendors back their time by putting a lot of those daily mundane tasks on autopilot, and we boost their income by pushing through converted leads, allowing them to book weddings even while they sleep. Let's play. For couples, Wendor is an easy, fun, intuitive, on-demand booking engine. And using AI technology, we not only put forward wedding vendors that are actually available on a couple's wedding date, but we further analyse them so that they meet certain criteria such as budget, location, style, and so forth. And when a couple have found the right vendor for them, they can go ahead and secure that booking by paying a deposit, signing a contract, and voila, the job is done. The wedding industry will be worth 400 billion by 2030, and we know from our research that over 90% of couples are using the internet to plan their weddings. And we have two very exact customers. The first is the wedding vendor, This is their full-time job. They bring home incomes, anything over 40,000 a year. And the second then is the engaged couple. They're aged between the ages of 25 and 40. They have household incomes exceeding 70,000 euros, and they're digitally fluent. While it is a competitive market, Wendor stands apart for its instant availability feature, our AI-driven selection process, and the community culture that we are developing. So it gives us a real unique advantage in the market. To become a household name in this space, it's going to take a really strong team. And my background in the payments and events industry have gotten me this far, having designed, built, and actually very recently launched the CRM, the iOS, and the Android apps for Wendor. While we will be raising this year, we are really focused on onboarding the rest of the 60 vendors that are currently sitting on our waitlist. And I'm constantly told that I need a co-founder. So I would ask that if you know anyone of a technical background in this room that sees the potential in this space, I'd love to speak with them. And obviously, if you know any stressed out wedding vendor, please direct them towards www.wendorapp.com. Thank you.
One of the panels as well that we're going to hear today. So one of the things that we thought about for the audience here today is to get an understanding of what support is out there if you're trying to create a growth company, and to just invite some of the kind of key people here in the region. So maybe I'll just we'll do a quick round robin. So maybe Gillian, if you introduce yourself, what you do with Enterprise Ireland. And
sure. Thanks, Gillian. I am the Senior Enterprise Development Officer in, sorry, not the Senior Enterprise Development Officer, that's the Leo. I'm the Senior Regional Executive in Enterprise Ireland based in the Midwest region. So I'm based in our Sheahan office, so we cover counties Tip, Clare, Limerick and Kerry.
Well done. And Shane? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a business advisor with Tipperary Local Enterprise Office, and as our slogan says, we're the one-stop shop for anyone with a business idea, or even someone, a business that might be trading and being in business for a couple of years and are looking at going a different direction or have a different idea. We're there to try and guide them through it.
Right. My name is Gearoid. I'm the NDRC regional lead with based in the RDI hub in Kerry, and we cover Kerry, Clare and Limerick, and we deliver on programs like Founder Weekends and pre-accelerators across the year.
Hi there, my name is Declan Fox. I'm primarily a technologist who worked with the multinational companies such as France Telecom, Ericsson and Motorola, and then set up my own company back 25 years ago in 1999 called Communitel Technologies, which I scaled over 7 years and exited successfully to IBM, growing it to 120 people and raising close to 40 million for it on the journey. Since then I've been involved with Cork BIC as a director for about 14 years, and Cork BIC has just been rebranded now as Axis BIC as of last Friday, and I'm a consultant now with Axis BIC, helping to promote entrepreneurship in the regions, in particular new regions, which involves Clare and Limerick as well as Cork and Kerry.
Yeah, and I might just stay with you for a second actually, because very exciting, and that we've always for probably the last 20 years Cork BIC have been supporting the entrepreneurs that we've worked with, and we've been collaborating with, I see Aidan down there and yourselves and Larry and everybody in supporting entrepreneurs. Just for the audience here today, maybe this fantastic opportunity now with the rebrand with Axis BIC. What does that mean for entrepreneurs who need support in growing their business? How can Axis BIC support them?
Well, we in Axis BIC have been around for well over 30 years, and we've been actually involved in Cork and Kerry, and more recently we have the remit to move into Clare and Limerick. So we're delighted to do that, and we're scaling up as an organisation to do that. And with that, we're bringing a number of new initiatives, and one in particular is working with the third levels in the region. So I'm happy working with the TUS folks here today, as well as UL and UCC and MTU, and we're trying to raise the bar on HPSU activity on technologies being spun out of the university. So that's a new initiative which hasn't been there before, and we're very happy to be involved in doing that in the region. And secondly, we're very much involved in promoting entrepreneurship and helping companies scale. By that I mean getting through the PSSF and the HPSU gambit and working with them to produce their data sheets and the financial sheets, etc. But also giving a lot of expertise in terms of sound bites of how we can help them with building a team, how to actually get their early revenues, how to develop a partnership, and how to scale internationally. So we have a lot of experience in that from seasoned entrepreneurs, which we have over the years built up. So we're very happy to put all our skill sets together and work together in the region to cover the 4 counties now with that spread, and I'm very happy to hear today.
And it's just an incredible opportunity for entrepreneurs to get that level of support through these kind of funded services. So I encourage everybody to look up AccessBIC, the new brand, and I'm really looking forward to working with you and your colleagues as well. Perfect. As we move forward. And actually, if I go to you, Gearoid, as a founder yourself, having come through New Frontiers in the Tralee programme and now working with the NDRC, I suppose reflecting on New Frontiers, on the likes of the BIC, and now with the NDRC, you know, what does that support mean for entrepreneurs and again, just for the audience here today, how to get access to that level of support?
Yeah, so I was fresh out of college in 2017, studied computer science, and went on to a New Frontiers program down there. I hadn't a clue about networking, and that was a big learning over that couple of months. I had a great mentor there, Breda O'Dwyer, and still to this day, I still have regular conversations with Breda in terms of advice, and it's a kind of a two-way dialogue now, whereas at the start, it was very much me getting information from Breda. But I think as it evolves, then you're giving back and you're finding opportunities to give back. But when you look at these programs, whether it's NDRC, whether it's New Frontiers, I think it's about nurturing the ambition of that startup, because there's highs and lows with any startup, and there's opportunities for that entrepreneur to be demotivated at any point in time. So the more you can build a network around them of entrepreneurs, mentors, support system, to nurture that along and to give them the kind of confidence to go and achieve what we know they can achieve. But quite often you don't get that from friends and family, you get it from entrepreneurs in the ecosystem. And it's very important for the entrepreneurs here today to give back to that ecosystem as well, because founders learn from other founders, and it's a really important thing. And the more you can give your time back, and I think Paul had talked about it in terms of don't forget New Frontiers, it's very important to continue to give your time as a mentor or as a speaker, because that's where the next generation of founders will come from.
Yeah, and opportunities to collaborate, partner, add richness and diversity to your own startup, and increase value and innovation. So there's so many positives for joining those kind of networks. Shane, maybe if I come to you then for the local enterprise office, which is our first point of call really for entrepreneurs in the country. Come to your local enterprise office. They're the ones that will signpost you, support you, help you. Maybe give an overview of how you help growing companies.
Yeah, so I suppose, like, look, I mentioned it there in the first part. Like, we have people coming at just concept stage. We have people who have maybe started, or maybe 6 months down the road, and are going, Jesus, this may not have been as easy as I thought. Or we have people that have maybe been in business 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and just looking at a different model, different product, whatever it might be. And I suppose there's times I feel that me as an advisor, no more than my colleagues in the other Leos in the region, sometimes we feel like we're a bit of a GP, Gillian, right? And it's a case of, like, tell me what your story is, tell me what you're looking at. And I may not be the right person to advise you to, but we have all the connections made, whether it's EI, whether it's Mary in the New Frontiers, and we will sit you in front of the right person to drive you on with your business, you know. And I suppose that's where, like, we've a mentor panel in Tipperary of over 70, you know, really, really strong mentors. That's across accountancy, marketing, you name it, we have it. It's the same in Clare, it's the same in Limerick. And I suppose that's really where we come from, is that we want to support people as much as we possibly can. 90% of people that come to us go, I want a grant. But an awful lot of the time, it's the actual softer supports. It's putting them in contact with the right mentor. that they actually take a kind of a step back view of it. And the amount of people that come back and say, look, I was looking for money. If I had to get that 5 or 10 grand I was looking for, it would have actually been wasted because I would have spent it in the wrong places.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so like that kind of, I suppose that level of support, capacity building, and I suppose learning from the experience of so many entrepreneurs before them through I suppose the people that are working with hundreds of entrepreneurs every year is really important. So you have the entrepreneur experience, and then you have the people that kind of work with them. And maybe if I go to you then, Gillian, you've been working with lots of these companies that have been on New Frontiers over the years, and other programs of support as well through Enterprise Ireland. I suppose from an entrepreneur that's here today, what are the best things, or what are the things that you would love them to work on to be best prepared, I suppose, for engagement with Enterprise Ireland, and to get them to that kind of scalability and HPSU level readiness, because of course that reflects their own business development, but also then an avenue for you guys to be able to support them further?
Well, I suppose first and foremost, the quality of what we've seen this morning is testament already, and it provides an unbelievably good pipeline into Enterprise Ireland, because you guys have been through an intervention, not just a programme. Where you've examined everything within your business. You've gone in under the bonnet of your finances, building your team out, how you're going to, trade domestically, and then how you're going to export. And that all aligns to Enterprise Ireland and what we do and our objectives. What I would say to you is keep the energy levels up. I mean, you've been through a pretty tough 6 months, but try to keep that momentum up. And, the door's just opened now into the ecosystem that are the agencies and the supports that are there. Now it's time to kick open that door and just, really go for it. And also, business supports and your journey, it's not linear. It's not a straight line. So a lot of people come into this program thinking, right, the next step is the pre-start fund, and then the next step after that is HPSU. It might take you a bit of time to get there, but there's other supports there through our local enterprise offices. There's other avenues into Enterprise Ireland, like our R&D route, for example, and other softer supports such as the mentors. Shane mentioned it there, that it's not always just about the money. It's about the advice, and the really good advice that people have gone through this process before that you can take from that. And you don't need to spend a whole load of money getting marketing, for example, up and running when you can do a lot of it yourself, or get advice on that. So it's really just keeping that energy level up, develop your network even further, and then keep it in mind, you've got a goal, but it's always not linear. There's little avenues that you can follow through the agencies, through different types of supports that are probably more available to you.
Guys, we're a little bit out of time, I'm so sorry, but what I would say to everybody is go have a look at AccessBIC. I'm sure you've changed all your websites now and everything already, yeah, and engage for sure, and even come back to us, and we can kind of connect you in with the right people. And similarly for the NDRC, a great opportunity as well to grow your business through their accelerator program, and always the local enterprise office, relationship building and connecting on opportunities for funding, support, mentorship and training, and of course with Enterprise Ireland as well, and the fantastic opportunities. Like, you really have no excuse. Like, this is just a fantastic group of supports, and we're very grateful for all the very hard work that you do as well. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Short and sweet.
Hello, my name is Ixis Santos, founder of First Mrs. Skincare. 94 million Europeans suffer from sensitive skin problems. And according to the Irish Skin Foundation, 54% of the Irish population experience issues with dry, sensitive, and eczema-prone skin. I experienced this pain firsthand throughout my life. A few years ago, I had the worst flare-up ever, and I spent 3 days in hospital. There was nothing in the market that would give me a solution. So I began researching the problem. And I found that with changes in my diet, lifestyle, and only using skincare products that I learned to formulate, I was able to overcome this problem. We provide uncomplicated skincare solutions. Our products soothe and calm dry, irritated, flaky skin. We launched last December with our scalp and hair oil and with a vitamin C face serum. Our customers are already benefiting from using these products. And we are delighted to say that we have received so many positive reviews. The natural skincare product market is projected to grow to 25 billion by 2027. Our target market are vegans and people who follow low-carb diets, which also reflect our existing customer base. This is projected to grow to 4.3 billion by 2027. Our goal is to reach 0.05% of this market within 3 years. As you can see, this is a very crowded market. However, there are still many unsatisfied people. What is different about us? We work with ABC Sheahan on efficacy testing of our products to ensure our customers that our claims are scientifically backed. Sustainability is very important to us too. We strive to use in our formulas ingredients that are sustainable and upcycled. Our team, I am a certified skincare formulator. David has over 10 years experience working as a project manager in a medical device company. We have a team of advisors that are successful skincare business owners. If you know anybody who would benefit from using our products, please share our social media and our website. And for you, we have 20% discount. Just scan the QR code. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ixis. Next, Tom. Thanks.
Is that Julian? What did you say?
Yeah, you're ready, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just this. Okay, off you go.
Hello, my name is Tommy and my company is called Crossover Airlines. Over the past 5 years, World Airlines have flown with 44% of unused cargo space on their flights, with a potential revenue generation of $70 billion USD. Unused cargo space means a loss of revenue on that particular flight. On the other hand, World Airlines have an ongoing challenge to grow their annual revenue from a number of sources, one such source being the carriage of cargo. We sell space, the space under your feet when you fly. Crossover Airlines will facilitate worldwide airlines to grow their annual revenue from the carriage of cargo by electronically linking together unused cargo space where these airlines' flights overlap at targeted international airports. This we will do through a software simple solution with zero risk to the airline, zero investment required as this is not a subscription service. Small Airlines Inc., which you see here in front of you, is a catch-all for medium to smaller size airlines, for while the larger airlines around the world do enter into alliances with other larger airlines, by and large, the medium to smaller size airlines never get a look in because the potential revenue generation for the larger airline does not warrant the due diligence and ongoing administration required for such agreements. This is another problem which we will solve through linking the medium and smaller airlines to the larger airlines. Each airline will have its own portal on our platform where they can put up routes and rates to specific destinations where they need extra cargo tonnage at any particular time. There will also be a possibility for them to offer dynamic pricing whereby they can raise or decrease their rates on specific flights based on their particular cargo bookings on those flights at any particular time. There are 5,000 airlines in the world, and the business was worth The business was worth 175 billion in 2022. The industry is 100% worldwide, encompassing every country, every economy, and almost every airline in the world. My planned team. I myself have a significant track record in this area, having spent my working life to date in the airline industry. In 1998, I founded a general sales agency offering cargo sales in Ireland to international airlines, and continued to run this company until we were acquired by a competitor in 2020. And during this time, we held ongoing contracts with 19 international airlines for cargo sales in the Irish market. I'm currently actively looking for a technical co-founder and business partner. Our revenue model will be high turnover and low margin, our main costs being staff costs, platform development costs, our IATA clearinghouse costs, office running costs. Our revenue model will be a profit margin per kilo based on cargo tonnages carried around the world by our client airlines. Thank you, and now the real work starts.
Hi everyone, how's it going? My name is Keith and I'm the founder of Jazz Drinks Limited. The first product we've brought to market is an artisan, low-calorie, carbon-neutral lager. Statistical value of the 2023 global lager market at 380 billion. As you can imagine, beer is big business. Through research, we identified the shift in advertising towards social media and demand for an artisan, low-calorie, low-alcoholic, carbon-neutral beer was evident. Our vision is to create a contemporary brand that blends traditional Irish culture and environmental consciousness. In our initial launch, we've strategically targeted a niche market, third-level students and workers aged 35 and under. Our manufacturing is done by JJ's Craft Brewery based in Kilmallock. JJ's have scalable production and we've worked with them since October. We're partnering with Origin Zero, a company based in Cork, and a New Frontiers peer. JJ's have won numerous awards over the past years and 2 Blossom Hearns in the last 3. Our sales since launching in October, we've grown from 2 venues to 18, and we're currently stocked in 14 places in Limerick and 4 in Galway. The plan is to scale across to Kerry, Cork, Dublin, Belfast in the next year, and we're looking at the US market in 2025. The team is myself, CEO. I have 7 years experience in the drink industry. Manufacturer, as mentioned, is JJ's Craft Brewery. Our head of branding is Adair Lentini, who is the director of the art gallery, Sean Kelly Contemporary Art Gallery in Manhattan. She's worked at numerous brands in New York and has advised us on branding. Our in-house design is done by Jurgis Plankus, and our finance is Sarah Hill, who has 20 years experience working with SMEs. Our advisor, Alan Quinn, who we worked through with Enterprise Ireland, was global director of Diageo and is current CEO of Sullivan's Brewery. We're currently the beer of the month in the Glen Tavern, and I'd love if you had an opportunity this evening to call in and to have a pint there. Gurmil Mahagas.
Okay, and our last, but definitely not least one, entrepreneur, Margaret. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Margaret. Welcome to the world of SiBark, where we are reimagining a brighter, safer future for pets, where visibility and protection come with a touch of innovation. Sadly, almost every day, animal charities are contacted about lost dogs who have become separated from their owners. Losing a pet is like losing part of the family. I know how this feels from my own personal experience. In the US, 45 million pets will go missing every year, and more than 80% will not find their ways back home. The images before you not only show the pain left behind in the wake of lost pets, but also the dire situation in animal shelters, with 2.7 million dogs killed yearly. Current solutions fall short in addressing this critical problem. underscoring the urgent need for more effective pet recovery solutions. Our solution is SiBark. The SI in SiBark stands for Systems Intelligence. For example, through AI algorithms, SiBark can learn your pet's behaviour patterns over time. With the app, you can activate SiBark with a single tap. This activates instant lost pet alerts, and these alerts inform your community that your pet is lost and needs help. SiBark is redefining pet safety with its smart alert system. With its audio alerts, SiBark speaks for your pet, so you and nearby helpers will find your lost pet fast. With its visual alerts, SiBark emits a bright LED light, so your pet is visible even in low light conditions. When a Good Samaritan scans SiBark's QR code, you will be immediately contacted and reunited with your pet. The benefits of SiBark include enhanced pet safety, peace of mind, and reduced euthanasia rates. Our USP are our innovative audio alerts and our community engagement features. Our market opportunity has provided us with a detailed understanding of the market opportunity that exists. Our plan is to break even in year one, giving us 2,500 users, and to grow to 20,000 users by year 5. Our go-to-market strategy is a combination of selling direct to our customers online, as well as establishing relationships with resellers and distributors. This competitive matrix showcases some of the industry's key players. In the upper left quadrant, you can see big brands like Halo and Fiid. If I can draw your attention to the upper right quadrant where SiBark is, we are positioned here due to our unique blend of affordability and our external alerts. We share this space with some of the industry's top names. However, unlike them, we provide an extra safety net with our smart alert system. I'm Margaret, and I'm the founder and CEO of SiBark. Joseph is our co-founder. Along our journey, we have been very fortunate to add a great team of mentors and advisors. Our minimal viable product is currently being developed in collaboration with the Irish Research Manufacturing Centre and the Factory Exchange Digital Innovation Hub. Feel free to scan our QR code and join our community at SiBark.com. Thank you.
So congratulations to everybody. That's the end of our pitches, and I think you'll all be just, I suppose, complimentary and supportive, and you will be able to connect to everybody either through us or through their own websites, and there are leaflets as well on your chairs so to enable you to connect. So I'd like to invite our President, Professor Vincent Cunnane, to the podium to say a few words as well. Thank you, Vincent.
Thanks very much, Gillian. I'll have a few words. I'll keep you from the presentations, the finale of the thing. So I'm Vincent Cunnane. I'm the president of the Technological University of Sheahan, and I'm delighted to be here. This time last year when I was here, we just launched our strategic plan, our new strategic plan, our first strategic plan, and I'm delighted to say that we're making great progress. We are making great progress as an institution, and I'm delighted to say as well we had an international benchmarking exercise just completed, which was QS Ratings, which rated us as a 5-star institution on a worldwide basis. So international benchmarking is always something we look to. It's not always easy when you're involved in a merger to know that you're coming together. Are you actually advancing or going backwards? But the international benchmarking has told us that not only were we coming together, but we are making significant moves forward. And that's a great help to us as an organisation when we're continuing to do the right things, Mark, you know. So do the right things and the right things will happen. And we're trying to keep that energy up as well, Gillian, you know, so that we're moving forward. So, and look, we're a very new organisation in one sense. A startup, you know, 2.5 years old now. But as I was walking up here, I passed the Limerick Athenaeum at the old cinema there, which we trace our roots back to in 1852 with the Limerick Athenaeum. So we're a long time in business. We're rebranding, just like Cork Bic. It'll be easier for us to use the Ixis now than it was to use Cork, Declan, but we can promote it now a lot more. But we've had a long history to get here. Look, I think our own journey through time, though, underscores a singular dedication. Our dedication is to cultivate creative, innovative minds and industrial talents. And those are the very engines that we need in this country to do that. And we need it in the Indigenous sector. I was listening to Michael McGrath this morning on Morning Ireland talking about all the innovations that are happening to drive more Indigenous industry in our country, the startups, the R&D tax credits, etc. And it's really encouraging that today we're here to listen to very strong pitches from very good companies and very good innovators. I can guarantee you that we at the Technology University of Shannon will continue to nurture and support those people who are passionate and motivated to create an impact. We are dedicated to that. We don't just support entrepreneurs, we hope that we immerse them, and you've heard about this, we immerse them in an environment where their visionary ideas are transformed and can be transformed into groundbreaking innovations and solid businesses. We produce a comprehensive ecosystem that spans that education, research, incubation, mentorship, key collaborations and partnerships, and also access to global networks. And these are all designed to elevate your visions as entrepreneurs from concepts into tangible realities. And we're shining a spotlight on the ingenuity and resourcefulness of 11 exceptional founders for the New Frontiers programme here today. And to sit here and listen to them is really encouraging as an educator, as somebody who has a huge enterprise function as part of our university as well. And I don't see just entrepreneurs, but as I've always said, bold navigators of uncertainty and crafting value from that uncertainty and pioneering solutions with your innate creativity and strategic acumen. And to see people coming back after several years on your panel as well, Gillian, is really, really encouraging. So, look, as I said, small business are the heartbeat of the country, and we need to keep supporting that. And my promise to you is that TUS will be steadfast in its mission to nurture an environment where these innovation-led enterprises can thrive and significantly enhance regional and national landscape. So really, I don't have too much more to say. Just to keep at it, as has been said, keep at it. It's not easy. There will be feeling. What was it that you said? Feel forward. Yeah, feel forward. I hadn't heard that one before, but I'm going to use it again. Obviously, I'm a magpie in terms of these little sound bites, like, you know. So, and we will feel forward as well as you. But if you're not prepared, if you always take the low risk options, nothing really will change. So our appetite for risk is one that is balanced, obviously, but where we are prepared to step in where others mightn't, where we take a balanced look at our portfolio of activities, and where we are prepared to try things new so that ultimately you, the people who utilise our activities, our facilities, can make big changes. That's our collective response to you and to the enterprise function. But I wanted to thank and appreciate everybody who's been here today and the supporters. When at graduations, well, I always ask the graduates to turn to their families and thank them for all the help they've given, but you've done that for me today. So thank you very much. And of course, my own appreciation goes to my own team, the team that keeps pushing me as well, and the TUS. So to Liam and his team, and Gillian, of course, and I will also say hello, Mary, and keep pushing us. We're doing it, and to all the teams here across our 6 campuses in Clonmel and Thurles and Ennis and LSAD and Moynagh and Athlone. And we will be opening our newest addition to our campuses with Kuna. For a long time I couldn't say the word Kuna because it was going on so long, but now it's complete, and Mayor will be taking it on board, and we'll be opening it officially in the next few months. So that's a 7,000 square metre space dedicated to engineering and apprentices. So Mayor, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for staying and listening. And to everybody here, Bola and everybody else, thank you very much. Have a great day. And now I'll hand back to Gillian.
So just before we get to the awards, we're just going to give everybody their certificates, please. So if the entrepreneurs of New Frontiers can just approach the podium, please, and we'll just get a quick photograph with the President with your certificates.
Where am I standing?
Okay, yeah. Okay. So I think I'll do it this way, yeah. So Aisling Walsh. If you can hand them to me then as well. That's it. And then Brian Sheahan. We'll do it fast. There you go. Adem next then. You already know the order with the look-see. Fiona. Here you go, Fiona. Fiona Healy. That's it, yeah. Yeah. James Drew. One of the ones, yeah. That's it, Cleidi. Well done. Thanks, Cleidi Hearn. And Lindsay Moynagh. Sorry. Mrs. Santos. Well done, Lindsay. That's it. Next, yeah, Ixis. Yeah, Ixis Santos. Okay, and then we've Tommy Cusack. Fantastic. Keith Crehan.
Yeah.
There's no beer for you now, I don't know. Yes.
Last time I saw Keith, he gave a bottle of beer to the Den T-shirt.
Yes.
But Harris is very happy.
And Margaret Power. Woo! Okay, so right, so we're at the end of the programme. And so just before we give out the awards, so just very quickly again, thank you to our sponsors for these incredible awards. So Enterprise Ireland, our team at TUS, Homes and the local enterprise offices in Limerick, Clare and Tipperary, Innovate Limerick, Bridgewater and Limerick Chamber, Skillnet. So thank you so much for all of your support throughout the year. So these are our awards. So the 3 awards, one to watch, €1,000, a half a day legal consultancy, thanks Holmes, and a half a day of mentoring consultancy for the one to watch. For the Innovation Award, there's €1,000 legal consultancy and mentoring consultancy. And then for the overall startup of the year 2024, and actually I think I just saw come in, did I see Paul Burns come in, our winner from last year? So you're very welcome, Paul, to join us. So the overall winner this year, €2,000 and legal consultancy and mentoring. So thank you so much to our sponsors for the awards. So, oh God, it's so nerving now. So without further ado, I suppose we're going to call out who the awards are. So, President, if I can ask you for, here we go, we've got our envelopes. So we'll go with this one first. There's no name on it.
Okay. The one to watch.
The one to watch is... Is it not on it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we were afraid in case it got leaked.
No, I haven't. It's not on it. The one to watch is Lindsay Moynagh.
So I'll give it that. Yeah. So we give the one to watch award. Yeah. We were so afraid of anything getting leaked, so she's not put the names on it.
She never put the names. No.
That's it. Yep, we get some more photographs. Okay.
Right.
Innovation Award, and I'll point to it again, okay?
So the Innovation Award, and I better get this right, goes to Margaret Power.
Yeah, so you give them the letter. So you don't get it then.
No.
Okay.
Okay, and the Startup of the Year Award 2024 goes to Adem Ergen.
Now, hey. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our winners and to everybody that's been on the programme for the last 6 months. I think we're all going to the Glen Tavern to have some pints of that. But no, thank you. And thank you so much to everybody who supported these entrepreneurs. It absolutely takes a community, but at the end of the day, it's you guys doing all of the work. We're here to support you and in every which way we can. And we're really excited for your journeys forward and wish you every success on the next part of your journey. And for many of you, we'll be seeing more of you, and we look forward to that as well. So congratulations, and thank you to everybody for being here today and supporting this event. Thank you.